Hey everyone, this is Teresa, and I'm sitting here outside of Seven Hills Overnight Shelter where I currently reside. I'm a member of the homeless community here in Fayetteville, and I have been for the last 6 years. I'm currently working part time for the day center at Seven Hills, and I am also staying in their shelter. And it's the first time and the longest time that I've stayed under a roof in the last 6 years, besides going to rehab and sober living and jail. Um, and I can honestly say I'm trying harder now than I've ever tried in my life, not to just find inner peace and contentment and strengthen my relationship with God. I'm also trying to be as loving towards other people as possible and take positive steps that I need to take every day in order to ensure my future, so that whenever I pick myself up, I'll be strong enough to pick up other people around me or lift them up the way that they deserve to be lifted up, because I believe that everyone has the right to feel that way. We should never be ashamed of ourselves or made to feel like something is wrong with us just because we're in hard circumstances. And I know what I've done in my life. I know how hard I've worked from the time I was 17 till I was 35. Um, I raised my children alone. Sometimes I had to work two jobs, and I still had the diagnoses that I do today. So it wasn't very stable, but I was always trying, and I've always worked very hard in my life. So there are a lot of people out here in the homeless community that are the same way. And a lot of times they get a bad rap just because, other people don't understand, and probably will never completely understand until they find themselves in similar circumstances, which hopefully never happens. But I feel like being homeless has made me who I am today and brought me certain realizations about the kind of things that I'm capable of, especially if God is right here with me, and God is here with me. And I felt him all along in the midst of the worst of my drug addiction, and in the midst of the woods and the deep darkness of night. God has always been there. And sometimes people don't think that God is there for those who they perceive to be sinning. But let me tell you, all of us sin every day. And I don't want to get too off track because I am so ADD tonight. I am so tired. But the point is, I just wanted to share with you some of the things that I'm going through and update you on what has been happening this week. So, my normal stresses are not knowing like what my future is entails, looking for work while working a temporary job or a part-time job at a Seven Hills Day Center, and struggling financially because I don't have that many hours. Um, and so there have been a few unexpected expenses and stressors that popped out throughout the week, such as my phone being broken, and me having to pay a renewal fee for my license because I've been putting in a lot of online applications, and my hard work paid off. I have an interview at Goodwill on Friday tomorrow, and I am so excited about it. But I was stressed out because I didn't know if I would be able to pay the renewal fee for my license. It's $40, and I found that I could, and I got my phone. It's what I'm doing my video on right now as I'm speaking. And so everything has worked itself out. But I was really tempted to give into that deep depression I was starting to slip into, just because I started to feel hopeless and not understand why God would allow these things to happen. And then I thought about Job in the Bible. Not that I'm going through anything that bad, but remembering scripture and reminding myself of what is really important, like my eternity and wondering what it's going to be like, that helps me to deal with the stresses, along with like all the things they teach you in therapy, soft pillows and blankets, deep breathing, meditation, walks in nature, painting, writing. You may not have the opportunity to do those things in full if you're super busy. And I don't get as many hours in the day as I need to at all to relax and enjoy myself. You would think I would, because I work part-time, but I am always busy keeping myself busy. Um, Most of the time that helps me. This week it's been overwhelming because I'm so ADD and I keep forgetting everything. So it makes it hard to complete tasks and to maintain, to stay on track whenever I'm talking like right now. Um, I've kind of forgotten where I'm going with all of this. I just wanted to share my week with everybody and let them know that I haven't been intentionally not posting videos. It's simply because my phone got broken. And the point is, at the end of the week, after doing outpatient therapy, working and doing the things that I needed to do, I was tempted to give up. Um, but I didn't really have a choice to give up. I mean, we pretty much have to keep going. There's not much of a choice there if you want any kind of future. But now there is a light at the end of the tunnel. So I think of this week like a train that went through a very long tunnel and has just started to see the light. And then tomorrow's Friday, and then we've got the weekend, right? So it's going to be good. It's going to be good the rest of the way. And anybody else who's struggling, you made it. You made it. So congratulate yourself.